What's up, team? Are y'all doing well? I certainly hope so. I'm Botbender, and I'm back with y'all with the new fan mode. And so, yeah, in this video, we're going to talk about this fan mode, the inspiration, the tutorial, and other little things, yammer related to Transformers. And yeah, but good to see you all. Good to see you all, whether this is your first time or this is your nth time. I always say nth as a variable. But yeah, welcome or welcome back. Indeedly do, indeedly do. Oh, and as I promised, remember from the first video, the one where we covered Kickback and Brunt, I told you I was going to share the second story that happened at Target, right? So the first story, you know what? You go check it out. Check out the first video. And if I'm smart enough, I'll probably have it linked here somewhere. Right here? No, it's not going to work. Okay, forget it. Um, so what was I about to say? Okay, yeah. So that Target, the one that that's close to me, I don't know, man. I've had some interesting, strange experiences. And by the way, as I tell the story, I'm just gonna kind of spin this guy so you can kind of get a 3/6. You can take him all in, and so also that there's motion on the screen, so YouTube doesn't think that I just uploaded a picture. And yeah. So anyway, cool stuff, huh? He's pretty cool. So yeah, that Target. So I was there, and dude, this dude, so I was in obviously the Transformers aisle, right? And this is when Tarantulas had been released, and I'd already I own Tarantulas already, and I had even made some modes. And this dude was he was to the left of me. I'm not really sure what's to the left. I don't know if it's like wrestling figures or whatever it is. But then when he saw me looking, like, dude, he like rushed over, and I was with my homie, and like the dude's just like squeezing himself like between us, and like he's just like literally just sandwiching like himself between the space between us and the aisle. And like honestly, he's being a little bit rude. Like he's being a little bit rude. It's like I was standing in line, and he just like cut in front of me and stuff. And so anyway, he was a young cat, and so I was like, whatever, dude. I was just kind of watching, amused. And yeah, there was one tarantulas, and so he picks it up. And I knew there was only one tarantulas, and I looked at all the bots already. And if I was going to get something, I'd already picked it out. But he knew there was one tarantulas, and I guess he was worried that I was going to score it. And so he tried to grab it, but because he's in this awkward position, like he the box slipped out of his hand. And as it's slipping out of his hand, he's like trying to volleyball it, and he's trying to like get it up in the air, but he's just fumbling. And of course, as fate would have it, whose hands do you think the box falls in? Yours truly, of course, of course. And so I grab it, and I just wanted to troll him, to be like, oh, I guess I'm buying this and walking out, right? I was just gonna troll him, but I was like, that's a young cat. I'm not trying to do that. You know what? One of the things I was gonna say is, like, I try not, for the sake of the greater Asian community, I try to set a good example as an Asian American, because for folks who don't know Asian Americans, and if let's say I was their only interaction, like, yo, I want it to be positive so that I'm helping out the statistic. But anyway, anyway, so yeah. So I got it in my hand, right? And then I'm like, "You're looking for this?" And then he's like, "Oh yeah." I mean, he's like, "Yeah, there's only one." And like he took it, he took it from my hand, and he's like, "Yes, sorry." And he's like stumbling and fumbling with his words. I was like, "Hey, it's cool, man." I was like, "Yo, I got tarantulas already." And he's like, "Oh." Oh, and maybe it doesn't help that the friend that I mentioned in a lot of my videos, yo, my man is like a millionth degree black belt karate, kung fu guy. Like, yo, he knows all of those things, dude. He knows MMA, he knows jiu-jitsu, like he knows all of those things. And yeah, he's super buff and yoked and stuff. And so I'm sure that dude looks hella imposing and intimidating. And so he was just like, oh yeah, well, and I was like, yo, it's all good, baby. I was like, yo, I got it already. I got tarantulas. And then he was like, oh, okay. And then like, so I opened up my phone, and I was like, yo, you want to see something? And he was like, all right. And so I show him my tarantulas combo, the one with tarantulas and the black arachnia in the same color, where he's kind of wearing her as like a harness. And then he was like, oh my God, you're Botbender Orange. And I was like, oh, what? You heard of me, dude? And he's like, dude, I'm hella subbed. And no, I'm just kidding, dude. No. Dude, that come on now, that super did not happen. Now I showed him the thing, and I'm like, hey man, I was like, yeah, dude, I was like, I'm Botbender, dude, on YouTube. And like I showed him my channel, and he's like, oh dude, wow. And I was showing him like scrolling through the fan modes and stuff. I was like, yo, that's what I do, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that's what I do. And then he's like, yo, he's like, I'm gonna sub. And I was like, no, you're not. And he's like, yeah, I'm probably not. And I was like, all right, man. I was like, at least we're being straight with one another, dude. At least we're being cool. I was like, no, I was like, you don't have to. He's like, no. He goes, yeah, he goes, I'll sub. I was like, no, you won't. But anyway. That's the end of the story. That's the end of the story. Took up 5 minutes of your life and your time telling that story. I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it. Yeah, I'm sorry I doctored some of the parts. I thought it'd be a little humorous and take you on a minor journey. But anyway, this guy is the piece de resistance. The main part, the coup de, no, not coup de grace. Yeah. Anyway, this guy, birthday boy, birthday girl. So we are going to break him down. He's super duper easy. It's basically just kickback, or sorry, ooh, my bad, calling him by the wrong name. It's basically shrapnel in the robot mode, and you got his waist flipped around, and then you have the arms flipped 90 degrees. Then you just plug in the tires to the side. Then you plug in the Brunt legs to the treads, the tires. Same thing on the other side, tread, tire. And then when you have the waist flipped around, the ports are going to reveal themselves in the back of the calves. You just plug in the Brunt thighs, plug in the Brunt the back piece on top of the thighs, and then you just plug that into the Brunt torso, and then you arrange the accessories like so, and you're golden. You're golden, pony boy. Y'all know that? Pony boys stay gold. Nothing gold can ever say, right? Robert Frost, I think. Yeah. Anyway. Man, I really like that movie. But I watched it's Outsiders, if you don't know. I want to say it's written by S.E. Hinton? S.E. Hinton? Not E.B. White. E.B. White is Charlotte's Web. I think it's S.E. Hinton. And I watched that movie with my wife, and I don't know. I think part of it is nostalgia because I watched it when I was a kid, and I got good memories. And she watched it, and she's like, "Yo, this movie sucks." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Dude, your movies are trash. Don't tell me my movies suck." But then I was talking to my brother. He's like, "Nah, Outsiders isn't that great, man." He's like, "We like it for nostalgia." And I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Okay, I guess." Um. Anyway. So yeah, let me just take this guy apart. All right, so you can just see him right here. Like I said, the waist is flipped 180 degrees because that would normally be the other side, but we need those ports, right? And the arms would normally be like this in robot mode, but we have them flipped 90 degrees. This allows us to plug in the Brunt arm, extend the shoulder out so that the peg is facing downward, and then we just have the leg plugged in there, and we got the leg plugged in over here. Yeah, that's it. Easy, right? Sorry about that. I just got a message and so slightly distracted at the moment. And then we're gonna plug the thighs in right here. So the clearance isn't hold on. The clearance isn't perfect, but it does work. And so I just want to show you that this is the Brunt torso because if possible, I don't want to unplug stuff because I think you guys are smart. I mean, you guys are smart and you're familiar with the toy, so you'll be able to understand this. This is just the Brunt torso, right? And then we have the waist part facing backward. And then we have the accessories. You notice I call them accessories because YouTube doesn't like it when I use the G word. And so the nugs, right? The nugs or the snug, if you read it backward. I'm going to call them snugs. Yeah, so we have the snugs basically. Yeah, that's hilarious, snug. So we have one snug and another snug, and they are plugged in snugly. Yeah, that's kind of funny. And then we have the back part, the back part of Brunt plugged into the top of the thighs. Then we have the front part of the snug plugged in right here, and the back part of the snug so that we can plug in shrapnel snug. I guess that's what we're going to call them, or that's what I'm going to call them. I'm just going to call them snugs. And so we're just taking those, and like I said, we're just plugging them right here. Look, as you can see, it's not a perfect fit, right? But because the legs have like a hinge on it, you can actually get that to go in there. Or not a hinge, like a pivot? I don't know. You could twist it around so it works. And then he has a plug back here, a 5 milli, and so we just do that. There you go, baby. It's good, right? It's good. It feels compact. Yeah, there's some downsides, like how this is just literally hanging and there's nothing back here. But yo, use your imagination. Use the Force, Luke. Whenever you're in doubt and you just can't traverse that realm of reality, yo, use your imagination. Use your illusion. 1 and 2. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody knows what I'm talking about. All right, friends, like Snugs and Roses, right? All right, friends, I'm gonna take off right now. It's a Friday, and I have just recorded like 10 videos, and I'm a bit loony, so I'm gonna go hang out. I'm gonna go hang out with my wife, eat some good food, and then build some stuff. Bye.